I'm not a prophet, I'm not a sociologist, I'm not saying this is the future, it's a work of fiction. One of the ideas that came to my mind was to imagine a possible future for the turbine hall. I know it was an industrial space, and I found it interesting to think what it might become 50 years ahead. So this installation belongs to science fiction, which is not a common genre in visual arts. It's connected to the present, but it's also connected to London and Britain as the place where science fiction started. So it's not just here and now, it's also War of the Worlds, it's also 1984, it's a whole set of fictions, and London as a city under fictional attack. The selection of sculptures is based on two things. One is the memory of the Unilever projects themselves. So there is the bourgeois spider Maman reappears when it was here some years ago, and Bruce Norman's figures. So this is like really dealing with the palimpsest that this space has become. So this memory it has built up on all these works. And then it's also a selection of urban sculptures that have a relation to animality or an organic quality. The Calder's Flamingo is very strong in that way, and Henry Moore's Sheep Shelter and Oldenburg's Apple Core. The books it's the bibliography for the project. It goes from Fahrenheit 451 to The Drone World by Ballard. It's a selection of books either that I've read in the last years and that I've been part of this project, or that have informed the project in many ways. The title of the film is the last film, and as if it has been, as if in 2058 we had found some bits from many films and just tried to put them together to tell that story. So it has experimental films but also feature films. It goes from Planet of the Apes to The War Game by Peter Watkins and Région Centrale by Michael Snow. That's a much more experimental film. It has Soylent Green. Yeah, it's a last film. I hope it will be like a giant editing room where every viewer can somehow make a kind of make his own editing, something between a 3D movie connected to words, and have this possibility to go through all these references. It's a fantastic experience. For me, this scale is really the scale I like to work in at the moment. The last months have been some of the most happy in my life working on this project.